Hey guys, CJ here, and welcome back to an all-new episode of Hybrid News Now. Yes, I am back after an extended little holiday that was much needed, and I hope you guys, to that effect, had a great holiday as well. However, that was a little bit of a blessing and a curse, because now there's so much news that has happened since I was not making videos and was unable to make videos that we need to get really caught up right now. So without further ado, here's today's top stories. And in today's top story, we officially have a release date for the next Suicide Squad trailer. The hotly anticipated film, which releases in August of this upcoming year, dropped its Comic-Con first look to the tune of nearly 60 million views on Warner Bros.' official YouTube page. Ever since, fans have been waiting for their next look at the supervillain team-up movie. Well, the wait is almost over, and the official release date for the trailer has been announced. The trailer will air on January 19th as part of a 9:30 p.m. CW special titled DC Films Dawn of the Justice League, following a Legends of Tomorrow sneak peek and an all-new episode of The Flash at 8 p.m. For anybody that's a fan of DC or has been eagerly anticipating one of their upcoming films, that half-hour special certainly sounds like must-watch television, and I'll definitely be tuning in. You can expect a reaction to that trailer up on the web as soon as it hits the web. On to our next story. Kevin Feige has officially revealed some new details about the hotly anticipated Black Panther film. Feige gave us our first real description of the film before confirming that the Black Panther solo outing would link directly into Avengers Infinity War Part 1. Let's take a look at his quote. "It's a big geopolitical action-adventure that focuses on the family and royal struggle of T'Challa in Wakanda and what it means to be king. T'Challa's story is very important to us as it links to the next Avengers films, which is why we brought it forward." He also gushed over the setting and the cast, which he confirmed would be primarily African-American, as it should be. Like many of you, I'm also excited to see what the future holds for Black Panther, but we'll get our first look at the King of Wakanda in Captain America: Civil War. And now, moving on to our next story, we all witnessed and rejoiced in the greatest Christmas gift of all, our first look at Benedict Cumberbatch's Doctor Strange. And of course, that seems like now the gift that keeps on giving, as who other than Kevin Feige shared more details about the Sorcerer Supreme, and specifically, his powers. This new piece of information talks about what specifically the Sorcerer can and can't do with his magical abilities. And if this information is any guide, it seems like Doctor Strange is instantly going to be one of, if not the most powerful being in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Let's take a look at the quote. "He does cast spells, which in the comics have very sort of tongue-twisty fun names. We don't want to shy away from that, because that's what makes Doctor Strange Doctor Strange. He has a cloak of levitation that allows him to fly, but he doesn't fly like Superman or like Thor. It's almost got a consciousness of its own, this cloak, which again gives us a superhero with a red cape, which we've seen a few times, but allows us to do it in a wholly unique and wholly original way. He can create these mandalas of light that he can use as shields, and he can use as sort of weapons. He can create portals that will open before your eyes, and he can step through and go to other places around the world. And frankly, even in this film, we'll only touch upon what a lot of his powers are." Feige would later go on to talk about the Eye of Agamotto, one of Doctor Strange's central tools, and as some fans have speculated from that EW cover, might contain an Infinity Stone. However, Feige wouldn't confirm such a thing, just saying that it would be very dangerous if it fell into the wrong hands. And in the laundry list of other things Kevin Feige confirmed today, he did also confirm that the Hulk would appear in Thor Ragnarok, but we'll probably have more on that for you tomorrow. On to our next and final story, and this one should be exciting for Marvel fans. The studio appears to have regained the live-action rights to the Taskmaster. The speculation began when Tim Miller, director of next year's Deadpool, was addressing who he'd like to see the Mark with a Mouth face off against next. Let's take a look at the quote. "I'd love to see Deadpool fight Batman. No, I'm just kidding, that's not even in the Marvel family. I'd love to see Deadpool go up against Taskmaster, who's another Marvel total fucking badass. But if I was to stay inside the Fox family, I would like to see him fight X-23, the female Wolverine, the female clone of Wolverine." This piqued the interest of Heroic Hollywood, who wondered aloud about the villainous character's live-action rights. Well, comicbook.com sources are reporting to them that Marvel did in fact regain the rights to Taskmaster, around the same time as it regained the rights to Daredevil. However, what the studio plans to use the character for remains to be seen. So that about wraps it up for the news today. Signing off, this is CJ, and I'll see you tomorrow.